Hello. So if you're a student of ICAN or ACCA and you're preparing for your strategic financial management, you're preparing for the advanced financial management, or you're preparing for the financial management at skills level, or you are preparing for the performance management, exam at skills level, both for ICAN and ACCA, I'll tell you three things you need to do to just pass your exam at a sitting. Number one thing I would advise is that don't usually start from question one. Now, and I have a reason why I would say that. Now, usually for those who have question one to be, I think ICAN is 30 marks and then ACCA question one at professional level is about 50 marks, right? So your question one is always designed to be very lengthy, and also most times it is designed to test student ability to be able to absorb pressure, And so because of the anxiety, because of the fear and the panic you have within the few hours when you start your exam, I would always advise to go and start from your section B or section C, as the case may be. The reason for that is section B and section C, they are very designed to be basic and a bit simple, relatable concepts, theories here and there that you can just lay your hands on and catch up with few marks, and then that you can move on. Now, why you're starting with section C is that by the time you start, it will build your confidence level. By the time you're able to solve one or two questions from those sections, what it does to you is that it builds a bit of your confidence level. And then you can now go back to your question one and then start solving, right? So number two thing you need to do is that before you go into the exam hall, do not neglect your theory areas, especially for those writing ICAN. If you look at all the questions that have been tested over the years, you would agree with me that the ratio is about maybe 55-45 or 60-40. That's calculation to theory. So what it simply means is that if you know your theory a bit, maybe 50% of theory and also 50% of calculation, it becomes very, very easy for you to pass. Unlike when you're holding onto only calculation or holding onto only theory to go into the exam hall. So adopting this balanced approach just makes it, very easy for you to pass and also ace this paper at one sitting. Another thing that you must remember is that your timing allocation. Now, what do I mean? A lot of students in the exam, you always see one particular question that resonates so well with you, a question that you know so much, and then you want to spend the entire time there. So don't spend more than the required time for every question. So before you start, you will have allocated your timing to all the questions based on the mark. So you are not spending more than the required time for any question, regardless of what you feel or how much you know that question. So you need to allocate your timing on the questions. The last thing that you need to know is that before the end of the exam, your examiners or your invigilators will always tell you the time. They will tell you 20 minutes, 30 minutes more, 1 hour left, and all of that. The moment you hear 30 minutes more, stop whatever thing you're doing, go for mark hunting. Now, what do I mean by mark hunting? There are questions, maybe question 3B, question 1A, 1C, or question 7C. You just see small questions here and there that will require you to just write 2, 3 few lines, and then you get your mark. What you are doing at the end or towards the end of that exam is simply to go and hunt for your mark. Get 2 mark here, 3 mark here, 4 mark here, and then you're done. Do not allow your invigilator to say pens up when you're still trying to solve one difficult question you're wrapping your head against or on, while you have small questions that you will have just, been able to solve within 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then you get your, 3, 4, 5 marks here and there. And this definitely, if you can put in this, into your examination strategy, trust me, there's no way that you're not going to be passing this next exam. I wish you good luck in the exam. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.